Hello everyone. Welcome to the Learner's Den. Today we will do the second poem, Fire and Ice. So let's start. Fire and Ice is written by Robert Frost. It is about possibility of the world ending, and they have come with two possibilities. It can end in fire or because of ice. This is how the poem goes. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. The first four lines of the poem talks about a possibility of the world ending, and the gives us two very possible reasons. One is fire, and other is ice. Now you will see in the first line, the last word fire matches with the word desire, which means that fire equates with desire. So fire talks about passion, greed, and desire of the people. And it says that whatever he has gathered about desire, that is whatever knowledge he has of desire, he favors with the people who says that the world will end because of human desires. That is what the first stanza talks about. In the second stanza, it says, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. In the second stanza, it says, but if there is a possibility of the world perishing, that is ending twice, two times, if the world can end two times, if there is such a possibility, then as much as he knows about hate, he feels that even hate is enough. Ice here is equated with hate, and he says that the emotion of hatred is enough which can end the world. So, two possibilities, and the poet is equating both the possibility and feels that both could be enough to end the world. So, in the first stanza, he talks about fire, meaning the passion and desires and greed that humans have, and it could lead to the destruction of the world. And in the second stanza, it talks about hatred, bitterness, the feelings associated with bitterness and hatred. And he tries to point out that even hatred could be a very prominent reason for the world to end. That is the two ideas that are presented in the poem. Now, to understand the poem further, let's take a look at something else as well. There is a poem named Inferno, which is written by Dante. In this poem, it is believed that the poem Fire and Ice by Robert Frost is also associated and related with Dante's Inferno. Because if you look at the poem carefully, there are 9 lines to this poem, and it refers to the 9 circles of hell, which are very nicely highlighted in Dante's poem Inferno. The 9 circles are limbo, lust, gluttony, greed, wrath, heresy, violence, fraud, and treachery. Now, these are 9 circles. It talks about the 9 circles which comprises of hell, 9 levels of punishment, you can say, as per the sins committed. Fire and ice are again elements of hell, as in most of the descriptions of hell, it is the hell is described as a fiery place where the sinners are punished. So fire is one of the elements, and ice refers to another punishment which is also referred in the book Inferno, where the sinners are punished by just removing them from all relations. So they are in an icy cold place. That is, they lack the warmth. They do not get the warmth, the love of the people, and that also refers to ice. So that is also one of the explanation how fire and ice goes hand in hand, because it is used in explaining this entire uh, hell as described by Dante. Again, fire as desire and ice as hatred. We can see that these are two sins which has a place in the hell circle. So desire and hatred are two very important sins for which one can go to hell. Hence, this is also an association with the poem Inferno, which is written by Dante. Moving on, some important themes of the poem are as follows. First, we see that there is a shift from the first stanza to the second stanza. Now, this shift in the stanza points out to the shift in the poet's thought process. Hence, it is absolutely important. Next is it talks about the theme of hate and desire, which leads to destruction. So it highlights the reasons why the world is not as good as it is supposed to be because of the feelings of hate and desire, too much desire or greed among the people. It talks about two very dangers of the society, greed and hatred, and human beings are very susceptible to both the dangers. It is very easy to fall prey to these petty emotions. Hatred and greed are equally destructive. None of these are productive emotions, and juxtaposition of both the elements. Even in nature, if we try to mix fire and ice, it is going to cause havoc. And so will these emotions of greed and hatred will cause a similar kind of chaos in the world. Coming to the literary or the poetic device, the first is rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABAA and CDCC. Alliteration is the repetition of the beginning consonant sound of the poet, like some say. That is alliteration since it is repeating the S sound. Next is assonance, which is the prominence of a vowel in a particular phrase. And in the phrase, I hold with those who favor fire, the vowel sound O is repeated or very prominent. Hence, that is assonance. Next, imagery is just to help the reader perceive things in a better manner by involving the five senses. In this line, some say the world will end in fire, gives us a very vivid description of what the poet is trying to convey by making us imagine that particular thing. So, that is imagery when the poet appeals to our senses to try and explain his words. Next, we have symbolism. Symbolism is when we use certain kind of symbols to signify ideas and qualities which might differ from the literal meaning. For example, the bird dove is a symbol of peace. Similarly, here we see fire is a symbol of desire, and hatred is the ice. Sorry, ice symbolizes hatred in this particular poem. Last is anaphora. Anaphora is just a repetition or of a word or a sound or an expression in the lines one below the other.